Yes, we're here with Sushi and Saki. We did not decide to sit out in the garden because, well, it's hot out there today.
That's good.
Cheers.
Hold on.
Here to Old Exit 19.
Thank you.
Yep.
On today's podcast, we have an interview with Debbie Oswald, who is the executive director of the Southeast Museum. Carol and I met with her. We had a very, very pleasant chat.
Enlightening.
Enlightening, yes. See, Carol said it was enlightening. About her book and also about the museum. I'd like to introduce you to our special guest for this particular podcast. This is Deborah Oswald, who's the director of the Southeast Museum and an author. Right behind us is one of a series of paintings by, well, I'll let you talk about it.
I guess this is our big Rev 250 event. I'm marking 3 years at the museum the end of July, and this was just the basically the highlight of my work with the museum so far. One of our board members is Betsy Ryder, and she is the Star Ridge Road Riders. I think they predate the American Revolution in Brewster. Ryder Farm,
Yeah,
yes, Ryder Farm.
I think
There's
they
a
do as well.
there's a salt box house
Yes.
on the property that's around the time of the American Revolution. Don't quote me on that. But Betsy mentioned that I'm going to massacre this name. Jean Leon Jerome Ferris from Philadelphia, an artist, married Betsy's grandmother's sister, Annette, of the Ryder family. So he's a relation by marriage, and she invited me to her farm, and the artist completed several of his paintings on the Ryder farm, and she showed me some of the artifacts that appear in the paintings that are in her home. She has a cottage on the farm. So the Southeast connection, it's family, it's history, and you can see some of the props and artifacts from the paintings in her home. So she said, I would like it displayed at the Southeast Museum. And this was like amazing because we knew that Rev 250 was coming, the 250th anniversary of the founding of our nation. And as you can see in these 35 paintings, there's George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson. And before that, you have the Mayflower Compact, you have Henry Hudson, you have going back to Christopher Columbus. So it really goes from the beginning all the way up to my personal favorite is Theodore Roosevelt and Kaiser Wilhelm, predating World War I, and then the torpedoing of a American submarine. So it really spans, there's beautiful representations of Abraham Lincoln as well. So we couldn't ask for more, and this collection will be displayed through the end of the year. And some consultant that I was able to contact with through a grant by the Greater Hudson Heritage Network, John Vitagliano. He's a genius, and he showed us how to clean with cotton swabs and Q-tips and a mixture of isopropyl alcohol and water, and we hand cleaned every one of the paintings, and it was the hardest work I ever did in my life with my pink manicure room.
So you did that all yourselves?
We did do it. Olena Trusted from Cultural Arts helped us out. Doris Tomaselli, she owns Empress Creative, so it was a bunch of us, and we unpacked them and sprayed the crates, and he just showed us how to remove if there was any trace of like mold or anything, and that's the result is what you shared.
So what else is going on at the museum? Anything else that the people should know about?
Yes, there's 2 traveling exhibits. Once we take this one down on the end of December, we've got a traveling exhibit on Nicholas Fish, who also fought during the American Revolution, and Anita Prentice from the Desmond Fish Library was here yesterday, and is going to bring that exhibit over so that Rev 250 will go on into 2027. That'll be in January. And following that, Danielle Silich, who was the director here at the museum back in the 90s and the 2000s, she is working with George Whipple, and they're bringing George Whipple's General Israel Putnam's travel exhibit. That is coming, and he also has a collection of artifacts from no less than George Washington. So we've got 3 traveling exhibits coming here, and then I'm very excited, on September 19th, the historical fiction author Alison Pataki is coming here for a book signing. She wrote The Trader's Wife, about Benedict Arnold's wife, Peggy Shippen, which was a wonderful book, and she'll be signing copies of it.
And how about your books?
My books started my first book was published in 2017. It literally was in the works for 22 years. This is when my 3 daughters were now, the youngest one just turned 30, so that makes me old. But anyway, when they were very small, I started my research, if you could believe this. This was pre-internet, almost, on the microfilm machine in Brewster Library for book ideas then, and The Girls of Haviland is a result of that, because it explores the modern problem of cyberbullying, but how it would have looked in 1918 at the Drew Seminary for Girls in Carmel. And I also, what I do is I take articles from archival newspapers and I mix them all together until they create a story that I think is interesting and not too history heavy. I try to set the scene. It was during World War I. It was in the middle of the women's suffrage movement. Things were happening here in Brewster and Carmel. There were sugar shortages, there was coal shortages, and there was also the Spanish influenza. Which then in 2000, the end of 2018, I have the sequel published, Beyond Haviland, and that had to do with, at the time, Governor Al Smith and his political advisor, Belle Moskowitz. They were into labor reform and improvement of working conditions, so I explored that in that book. And then I switched from young adult historical fiction to women's historical fiction, because it opened up more that I could get into and explore. I wrote a book about a nurse with Bellevue Hospital in 1917, Croton Falls, and she mobilizes with Bellevue to Vichy, France, and I get more into the flu that killed so many service people, and her work as a Red Cross nurse and a graduate of the Bellevue School of Nursing. And what I forgot to mention is this all follows one family. This starts with the McKenna family, and everybody I write about is a relation by marriage, or a daughter, or a niece. I always try to make them empowered, independent, intelligent women. And then I jumped to World War II and wrote the McKenna Correspondent about a descendant who was a female war correspondent who followed the Women's Army Corps to London, England, and the Philippines. And then the one that is coming out, oh, and I got a publisher. I write for Ronan Weatherford. They're a traditional publisher out of the Midwest.
Yes.
And the one that I'm anxiously awaiting publication is Liberation Twins, yet another descendant during the summer of 1977, which I was a teenager during, and it was when the serial killer, the son of Sam, was on the loose. And that's my writing.
I came to sing the blues.
So, we didn't say anything about Joe and Phil on film. Because
Yeah.
they're still very much with us.
Yes.
They never seem to be around for these lunch meetings, though. So,
I did ask Joe, and for those of you who don't know Joe, I happen to have a picture right here.
Hey, Joe.
Hey Joe,
Hi,
how's it
Joe.
going, Joe?
look, we have pictures. They're on our website. I'll be pasting them in. But yes, as some of you who have been following us know, we
Searched Phil.
we do.
Oh my god.
I cannot ever bring the Saki stuff around again. Look what happens. So anyway,
Please
as
tell us
some of you may know, we've been playing with Phil Levine on drums and Joe Spolina on bass. We've done we've done a few shows with them, and they're great guys, and we have a lot of fun playing with them.
Take two. Take three.
Oh God! And the worst part is, I'm probably going to end up
This is the
leaving
best.
that in because people have to know what I'm dealing with here.
This is your therapy every week.
So,
Grass, anyone?
they
Yep,
keep
yep,
off the
edible
grass.
Yeah, thanks.
Here, sure.
I love it.
It's delicious.
So even though we still do some performances as a trio, we do very much enjoy playing as a full band because we get to rock.
It's fun.
I get to turn my guitar up.
Yeah, that's the moments when I tell you
I
that
get to
you're not
improvise.
loud enough.
See, is she great or what?
No. And that's when I kick her on the shin.
Give me a little bass. Don't look at me with those schoolgirl eyes. This time around I can see through your lies. You say you only love him. You say a lot of things. You say you still need me. Well, I say I'm walking till my feet turn red, till my boots are warm. 'Cause my love is dead, my heart is torn. I saw you and I know you saw me. And I'm not the forgiver you thought I would be. Tell me you're sorry. Yeah, well, that is it good enough. Just tell me goodbye. 'Cause I tell you I'm walking till my feet turn red, till my boots are warm. 'Cause my love is dead, and my heart is torn. till my feet turn red, till my boots are warm, 'cause our love is dead, and my heart is torn. I said I'm walking on the road. Talk to me, baby. Oh, look went wrong. Thank you.
My time flies one step and we're on the moon. Next step into the stars. My time flies, maybe we could be there soon. A one-way ticket to Mars.
Well, yeah, we are all awesome. Are we not? Are we not?
So anyway, as I was saying, okay. So as I was saying, like when they did that one song, I think that was the jump the shark moment.
Oh, jump the shark. What does it mean? I don't know. That
Oh.
expression.
Let me explain.
Oh, yes. Make sure the video's on.
Yes, Bob.
Somebody wrote a book about it, where I was writing about American sitcoms mostly, how when they run out of material, they start coming up with gimmicks, and the example they used was that show Happy Days, when they were running out of material, there was an episode where Fonzie was going to take his motorcycle and jump over a shark tank.
Aww.
Yes, that's
Yeah, please
Fonzie.
keep going. Please keep going.
So, the guy writing the book decided, that's when the show went downhill. So that was the jump the shark moment.
Oh, okay.
And
Wait,
now-
that's a recent expression then.
No,
As a kind
it's
of-
been around like 10, 15 years.
Yeah, that's
But,
recent.
it's only like in certain... Yeah, you only come across it in certain
Americans.
circles.
Right.
Yeah, it's very much an American thing. Yes.
Must be, because 10 years is recent for
Yeah.
Europeans.
Yeah. So anyway,
Oh, okay, I got it.
so because it caught on because it's useful.
What is it called? Jump over the shark?
Jump the shark moment. Repeat after me. Jump the shark moment.
Oh,
It's when
When you do cartwheels over the shark.
yeah,
with a motorcycle.
Triple.
Yes.
Motorcycle.
it's when you've already done all your good stuff and now everything else is just filler.
Okay, we don't do that.
No, we don't do that. I hope you're paying attention.